Sorry, let's talk about If. So hello everyone, and thank you for joining me here while we are discussing the new movie If, from John Krasinski, about imaginary friends. And well, as we are witnessing before our eyes what just appears to be an amazing actor, director, and God knows what else, Mr. John Krasinski, when after discovering that she can see everybody's imaginary friends, B embarks on a magical journey to reconnect forgotten ifs with their kids. So at the start of this movie, where we first see B, she's going through really quite a difficult time in her young life. A 12-year-old that appears to be in quite a rush to grow up, but in part forced upon her with her current situation. Her father here, played by Krasinski, is due for surgery, but is very playful and one of the few, although it seems, very bright lights in her life. Quite a big element of this movie is loss, and it's most certainly not your run-of-the-mill kids film. Especially with the U rating that, like me, understandably thought it was just going to be a pretty throwaway kids movie, usual stuff, here we go. Which that is not the case. One thing that needs to be credited to Krasinski and everybody else involved is the respect that it has for its young viewers. It can get quite heavy on the emotions at times, and it makes you think a little bit on what is the role of these whimsical characters, not just their magical exterior. Of course though, don't get me wrong on this, there is of course lots of fun to be had, with a lot of that and the focus being on our big purple if, Blue. Voiced by Steve Carell, who in just his voice alone brings such a smile to the face. He is a very clumsy if, which I'd say a lot of the comedy moments do fall on him to pull off. I grew just a little bit tired of it after a certain amount of time, but hey, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am the target audience of this. However though, he is one of many ifs. One of my favourite moments of the film is where we basically visit a kind of hotel for ifs and get introduced to all these amazing characters. With what you'd expect in these kind of animation movies, a stellar voice cast with the likes of Emily Blunt, Sam Rockwell, and Matt Damon. And probably the best of them all that we get to hear is Awkwafina. I'm kidding, I'm joking. She's only in here, I believe, tiny amount, and I'm sorry to say, but thankfully so. But all the others, such as Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, etc., are in here a decent amount, but really rather short interactions, and that is a bit of a downer on here for me personally, as I wanted a little bit more extra play with these characters, as it can really kind of slumber in parts of the movie as the focus shifts many times to more serious moments in life. But again, this could be just due to my own expectations with going into this movie with it just being another kids film, where we find many touching moments with, for instance, the grandmother of this B, and help transport her to where she was back being a dancer, and again, helping to see her imaginary friend once more. So I can only respect the fact that Krasinski has faith in his young audience. It's incredibly heartfelt, to a point where I was rolling my eyes like, come on man, what are you doing to me here? If is not your everyday kids movie, and I can't recommend it for a really young audience, but if you and or your kids are say maybe 9 or older, you will have a lovely time, leaving all of the family something to think about. So that's a wrap here, but did you have an imaginary friend growing up? Come on, we can all be honest here, we're all friends. But if this was an interest to you, why not check out these videos just here so you don't miss me too much until next time.